Once upon a time, in a hot, dusty summer, a thirsty crow flew across the countryside in search of water. His throat felt dry, and each flap of his wings made him long for a cool drink. Below him lay fields of dry grass and dusty paths, but water was nowhere to be seen. At last, Crow noticed a small earthen pitcher standing alone on a stone ledge near an old well. Hope warmed his heart. He glided down and perched on the edge of the pitcher. Inside, there was only a little water at the very bottom, low for his thin beak to reach. He tried again and again, tipping his head into the pitcher, but his beak hit the sides. The water remained out of reach. The crow sat back and thought hard. If only he could drink, he would be saved from his thirst. He spread his wings, took a deep breath, and hopped away from the pitcher. Gathering small pebbles from the ground, he dropped one by one into the narrow opening. Slowly, the water level rose. After each pebble, he watched until the water crept up just a little more. One pebble after another, he worked patiently. After a while, the water stood high enough for him to drink. Carefully, he bent his head in and sipped the cool, clear water. Relief filled his body, and he felt his strength return. When he had drunk his fill, he flew away, feeling light and joyful again. Days later, the crow's story reached the ears of a young boy, playing beside a clear, bubbling stream. The boy sat on the bank, wondering how to feed the birds that visited him. He remembered the crow and the pitcher. A curious smile formed on his face. He picked up the pitcher, set it on a flat rock, and filled it halfway with water from the stream. Close by, he left a small pile of pebbles. Suddenly, the crow swooped down and landed on the stone ledge. He saw the water and pebbles, and recognized the chance to help himself again. Without a moment's pause, he began carrying the pebbles to the pitcher's opening. One by one, he dropped them in. Just as before, the water rose inch by inch. Finally, the water reached the top, and the crow drank gratefully, thanking the kind boy with a soft caw before flying away. From that day on, the boy learned a valuable lesson by watching the clever crow. He told his friends about the bird that solved its problem with thought and patience. They all began to see that if they faced a challenge, small steps, taken one at a time, could make a big difference. The crow's clever act became famous in the forest. The ant told the squirrel told the deer, and the deer told the rabbits. Soon, every creature knew how the crow had used pebbles to bring water to the top of the pitcher. Even the old owl nodded in approval when the story reached his treetop home. As summer turned to autumn and then to winter, the memory of the thirsty crow remained a warm tale among the animals and children alike. Parents told it by the hearth on cold nights, reminding their little ones that clever thinking and steady effort solve many problems. Schoolmasters taught it in the clear light of morning, encouraging pupils to break big tasks into small, manageable steps. In the quiet fields and gardens, where birds chirped and leaves danced on the wind, the moral of the story is, clever thinking and patient effort can turn a hard problem into an easy solution.